Hello Aries, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Aries, how are you guys? My ear is like clogged up. It literally just did this right before I turned the video on and it's driving me crazy. So bear with me. I'm congested all of a sudden. Aries, this is going to be for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus cross watcher. If that is you, welcome to the channel as well. A little bit of a different setup. I know my head's kind of cut off, but I want you guys to be able to see me shuffling. I want you to be able to see the table. So, you know, something a little different, right? So, I don't know, I guess we could adjust. Watch my big fat hand being in the way there. Okay, I don't know. Good enough. So anyhow, Aries, regardless, here we are. So this is going to be your November reading. For those of you who have liked, subscribed, commented, shared, thank you so very much. It's one of the greatest ways that you can support the channel, and those little things make such a big difference on this end. So thank you very much for that. Aries, I feel like you are dancing your way out of hell's fire. I don't know why, and it's funny, I never wear red. Today I decided that red was a good look. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with this. It's very odd. But it just feels like you're like, watch me. So I know the last reading I did for you guys, it was either in the weekly or the weekend. I can't remember which it was. But I felt like things felt very heavy to you for a little bit there for just a minute. It might have been this eclipse energy that we were dealing with. You know, the eclipse essentially is over, but that energy will kind of hang around for a little while, right? So, and now we're moving into Aries and Libra, right? Now we finished out the Scorpio or Taurus and Scorpio nodes. So we are in your season, essentially. I will start off with saying this. The card of expectation came out from this deck, and it is a card that Cancer had. I just finished up Cancer's reading not long ago, and I think it's just about ready to go out to you guys. But let's see what else Spirit has for you before I elaborate on that. So I hope you guys are doing well and fantastic. Some more cards that I see in Cancer's reading. Let's see. Could be dealing with a Cancer. You may have prominent Cancer placements in your chart. All right, Aries, let's see. Listen. You guys, I'm going to say this to you. If you were dealing with a particular person, a particular situation, you took in some serious knowledge about a particular area of life, right? I hate to get too specific because I'm reading for how many of you. But then, you know, if something's calling to me, I'm going to put it out there. But it's like either you or someone, all right, made some kind of promise that set up this level of expectation tied to something. And as you move through this, though, it's like you're really behind the scenes. You're getting a behind the scenes gist of something that is transpiring. And it may not necessarily have to do with you as much as you are an observer to a particular situation, okay? This is going to be about how you're taking in this information, what knowledge is coming to you, what you are doing with that knowledge, okay? Perspective, and I seen perception under the deck. So perspective, how can you use what it is that you are gaining to make changes? How it is, are you willing to walk through hell's fire to, even if you have to ruffle feathers, even if you have to kind of put yourself in the line of fire, are you willing to show the world what it is that you've been talking about, what it is that you've been observing for so long? All right, that's how this is feeling to me. Are you willing to create friction? There it is. Right? I'm like, are you going to ruffle these feathers? Are you going to be willing to kind of step into a space that is going to, it's going to ignite some flames. I'm going to put it that way. Your perspective of what is going on around you, what you may be witness to. You could very well be speaking up or speaking out about something specific. But what I think this is going to do for you long-term, Aries, is show who you are. Whether you're dependable, trustworthy, willing to work with the right people, stand up for a common goal, stand up for what is right and equitable. You know, we have Libra in that South Node. You know, those are the things that we've kind of perfected in a sense. You know, what was fated and destined to do. And Aries, I do feel like with this energy, whatever you're very passionate about, what it is that lights you up, what it is that you're feeling fierce about right now, what you're seeing that is not fair, just, balanced, equitable to everybody involved, you're willing to stand up to whatever this is. And it's like, it's almost as if maybe somebody said the wrong thing, or, you know, it just may go against your morals, your beliefs, your internal compass that says, this is injustice. This is not fair for the rest of the world or the people around me or people that I see dealing with these certain situations. It's like, whether this is your work life, your home life, you're bridging a gap through this passion that you have for something that draws people into you, that shows the core essence of who you are and why you belong where you belong. And it's not that you're out, I don't feel like you're out to prove yourself to anybody. It's just something within you is being sparked. Something within you is being lit up to create some kind of new change, some kind of new way. And it makes me think, I can't help it, of Pluto going into Aquarius here before long. And with that, and I want to say Ghost, I think it is already direct. I can't remember. I'm so behind on those things right now. But regardless, like, Pluto shows a lot of truths with Aquarius. It's showing a lot of truth, a lot of falsified structures. This can be a catalyst for what is to come out 6 months from now for you, what it is that you're stepping into. But it's like you are stepping up and standing up for something that you truly believe in. So what is this for Aries past? I do think that you've seen some opportunities. I also think that in the past, Aries, it was like there was a little bit of drive. There was a little bit of opportunity. And it's like you may not have felt that you were making any headway. Or it's like, well, maybe you had, I really want to say conversations, even though I don't have any swords here, but I say that and there's a Two of Swords. Around a particular decision you were trying to make or come to terms with or decide what direction it was that you were going to head. You were trying to gain some mental clarity about how you were going to do something specific to, I'm going to say your resources is really what Spirit is giving me. How you were going to take action towards that moving forward. So I do feel like, you know, these bright ideas kind of came to light. You were stepping into this, but you felt like you were maybe being met with people like, oh, you know, it's almost like somebody wasn't taking you seriously. Somebody wasn't seeing the full opportunity, even if it was suggested to you or anything like that. They weren't seeing the full potential, and they may have had an idea of something. Your idea ran deeper. So it was like, I don't know if I invest in this, if it's going to come out the way that I would perceive it to be or how I would like to see it happen. So let's see, Aries. I don't know. The offer, it just kind of seems dry. Whatever this was, whatever this opportunity was, it seemed dry. And this could have been up to 7 months ago. You know, so if you had some kind of conversation up to 7 months ago about a particular something or another, you may feel like nothing from that conversation came to fruition. King of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, King of Swords at the bottom. Got really clear on your, you know, when we think about passion also stems from our emotions, right? I'm going to turn the heat off. Hang on one second. roasting to death all of a sudden. Okay, so sorry about that. The heat kicked on and it was just like whoosh. Got too hot in here. That fiery energy, right? Too hot in the kitchen. Get out. But anyhow, Two of Pentacles and the King of Cups there with the King of Swords on the bottom. Aries, I feel like this is you because again, that fiery, passionate energy, our passion ultimately is fueled by our emotions for something. It's about the way that it makes us feel, how it inspires us to do something. That Two of Pentacles, every time I see that card, I can't help but think about the emotional waters behind it, how it's up and down, up and down. Again, where your investment of your time and emotions are going to go, where it is that you're going to take this moving forward. I think you were in a space, or could be in a space right now, of getting clear about what that means to you, what that looks like, because I feel like what you're seeing, I'm going to say seeing around you, and it may even make you feel this way, is sorrowful. And you know, there's a knowing that something about a particular situation has got to change. It's got to shift. 11:11 on the clock. Something has got to take a turn. Got the Ten of Cups, the Eight of Swords. Aries, there's a part of you that is fearful of some upheaval. And I listened to something earlier today, and he said about the Eight of Swords, it's just where we are, because we are stepping into unknown territory. But I think you're particularly concerned with what this does for the emotionality of your home, your family, I'm going to say your happily ever after. Because when you know, if you're standing out of like some kind of social justice or something to that effect, and I don't know why that seems to be the feel to this, but it is. If you're standing up for something, for every time that you work in the space of good, there's going to be somebody that kind of comes back in the face of the evil or the bad, right? You're always going to be met with the contrast of where it is that you said 12-12. So there's no getting around certain third-party situations or other people's opinions or thoughts of what happiness across the board looks like, okay? So, and I do feel like that's very much like you're taking this particular situation and looking at it from all angles and going, how is this going to affect not only me, but my family, but my work, but the people I know, the things that I am tied to. So this really feels like you're kind of stepping out into a world of all of your own, trying to make some really big, bold moves and willing to ruffle feathers, but I think you're also trying to discern how this plays out in the long term. Four of Swords in the past with the Three of Pentacles. Four of Swords, healing, resting, a reprieve from this offer that had come in or whatever this talk was about. And it's like you're kind of sitting with it, maybe evaluating it, third party, and Three of Pentacles, who it is that you want to work with. If you're going to work on something to this magnitude, you obviously want to make sure that you're working with reputable people who are going to put in the equal amount of effort that you are. What I like about this, though, you've got the Seven of Pentacles right below with the Three of Pentacles. I almost feel like there's a pause, a moment of rest, essentially, because everybody's got to get together to make this Ten of Pentacles happen. When you take that Seven and that Three, you end up with the Ten of Pentacles, right? It's stability, it's security, it's legacy, it's rewriting history is what I'm hearing from Spirit. It's rewriting the book on the things that need to be changed, where it feel, and this need of change could just be in your own personal home life. It's almost like some of you could just be stepping into a larger role when it comes to whether a job, your family life. There's all these different things that surround this energy. And it's like waiting for other people. You have been waiting, I'm going to say, for some time, for other people to kind of take their pause, and you're kind of getting bored with it going, is this ever going to come to be? Is this going to change so that we can all work together to create this Ten of Pentacles for everybody involved? And it's like, I do feel like you're looking out on the horizon for not just yourself, but for everybody around you. And Aries, I like this energy for you guys. Usually I see you more self-focused than anything else. And I don't mean that as a slight to you. It's just, that's who you are, right? It's who you are. It's how you do things. But now it's like there's added emotions behind a passion that requires change, not just for you, but collectively. So, and it's kind of like looking out to things, looking out to the world as to when we make this move, together, it cannot be stopped. The Emperor, that's control, justice in the reverse, and the Seven of Swords. I'm going to put these back in because there's too many there. What is this about? Let's see. One more card, please, Spirit. For Aries. What is this Two of Pentacles about? The Six of Pentacles. Be careful, Aries, that you don't get into a bullish kind of energy. You may want to try to take the reins of a particular situation right now. Don't push. If something is not playing out quite the way that you wanted it to, maybe, you know, it's like if you could feel like other people around you don't have the emotional investment into something that you're trying to make. Understand that everybody, 10 of Wands. You think of, I'm going to talk about like healthcare as an example, right? 1616 on the clock. Some people go into the healthcare profession because they genuinely want to help people. Like they have great hearts, great compassion. They want to do something to make a difference in the lives of other people. Then you have people that go into that work because they know the money that can be made. They know there's a great paycheck at the end of the week. They might have to sell their souls to the devil to get the work done, but they're willing to do the work to make that paycheck, and they come in and they see that job as a paycheck and they leave and they have no emotional connection to it. Aries, this is kind of how I feel about this, is that you may be sitting in this King of Cups and this Emperor energy of being in total control of yourself. But the one thing I will say is you're really taking a look at who's going to put the work in. And it's like the pentacle aspect, the stability, the security, tends to go up and down. And I feel like some days you feel comfortable with certain people in certain situations of how this is going to play out. But with other people, or with those people, other days you may see them not quite in the same energy that you saw them in the day before. Their passions may seem to come and go depending on the day of the week. I'm going to tell you that it's not about the fact that they don't care as much as it is they're still letting their own problems get in the way of something. Okay, so you discern where that fits into your world. Then we've got the Devil and the Three of Swords with the 10 of Wands. I said earlier that, you know, that 8 of Swords, like worrying about how the decisions you make now are going to impact your family and home life as a result. If you're going to move into a space where you're creating change, whether it's socially, economically, in your home, in your friends group, you know, whatever this might be for you, again, like I said earlier, for every bright light that is shown, it's going to be met with something negative. And I think you're very fearful of how hard that might be to overcome in the future. It doesn't matter what the opinions are of other people, what they think you should be doing, how you should be doing it. You know, one of the things I was first taught getting into this was it is none of our business what other people think of us. And they may not understand where your passion and your drive comes from. Maybe they haven't had that personal firsthand experience, Aries, and you have. You've seen things that other people have never seen before. And they're the Hermit, the High Priestess. You have a great awareness. And like I said, that Hermit, he's been on the journey, right? He's almost halfway through everything. He's been on the journey within himself. He understands things that only a person of experience could begin to understand. To be able to go through 1 through 8, get to 9, and then sit there with the experiences thus far. The High Priestess. You understand that the collaborative efforts between you spirit, mind, body, soul, the people of this earth stand for great opportunity. It's like you're being very loyal and creative to a situation and trying to let it birth itself, like trying to sit with faith, knowing that this is going to turn out to be something absolutely beautiful in the long run, whatever that is for you. This King of Cups and the Emperor, please, Spirit. What is that? Aries. You guys could really be dealing with some water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Knight of Cups in the reverse. Again, there's those emotions, like I said earlier, where this could be, you know, you're seeing somebody, come in with a lot of emotion for something, and then the next day it's kind of waning. This could also be, like, if this is a relationship, this could be some kind of love bombing situation where they're running hot and cold. You're not quite sure what their overall intentions are for what it is that you've got going on or what the situation is at hand. I'm going to take both of these. The Chariot, the Ten of Wands in the reverse. There is, Aries, there is something that continues to like abut the energy that you're trying to work with at this time, what it is that you're trying to accomplish. Spirit is saying that no man, and man or woman, whatever, right, or however you identify, will be left behind. So I don't know what that means for you specifically, but that's Spirit's message to you. There's the Chariot, Cancerian energy, the Ten of Wands, the Page of Wands. You are trying to find some kind of creative enthusiasm to push past the barriers. This is you breaking through. And I think I've seen something somewhere, and I cannot remember what it was now. And I think it was even Scorpio's reading said, it was like, you know, I think I titled it like Breaking Free to Break Through, or something to that effect. I can't remember. You'd have to go back and look exactly for what it was. But there's a very creative, emotional process to this. There's a very creative, inspired idea behind why it is you're willing to push people's buttons right now. Why it is you're willing to take on burdens. And it's like, it may feel harder to you than anything you've done to date. Because to get everybody to get on the same page is like being in a room of 30 people and trying to get everybody to agree on one decision when it is an extreme one way or an extreme the other. A lot of people have a hard time dealing with that. Kitty is outside and he's like, let me in, please. He's going to have to wait a minute. All right, what is this Devil with the Ten of Cups? All right, the Moon, Pisces, Cancer energy. Again, King of Pentacles, the card of Taurus, parting the scratching, the cat is at the door. I will say this to you. I talked about that light and that dark energy, and with this Moon card, you've got the black wolf, you've got the white wolf, right? You're always going to be met with something that I don't think you foresee. I don't think, I will say this to you, Aries, there is going to be somebody around you that you would think would support you in your decisions, that would support you getting to this place. They may not. Hate to be the bearer of bad news to that degree, but I don't think they're willing to see you through it. But this is also meant to illuminate the people that are going to ride your coattails or the people that are going to boss up. Okay, and like and it almost sounds contradictory in a way, but it's like this person can't get out of their own opinion of a situation, their own toxic opinion, that they're willing to put themselves out of the running, whatever that means too. They're willing to just forego it all because of fear. You yourself could be seeing this fear pop up as to, again, King of Pentacles, how it's going to affect your stability, because it's like I think there's an understanding that there's going to be some losses, but the long-term wins are going to replace anything that you think you're losing through this situation. And I don't know, I really, Aries, for whatever reason, like, I would not typically see you as, and you got the 10 of Wands here twice, once in the reverse, once in the upright. I would not typically see you guys as like social justice, harboring change, that kind, you know, that, I'm not saying that you don't have it in you, so please don't mistake in that. I just don't typically see that being at the forefront of your energy. But you're stepping into some kind of emotion, or you're helping somebody reach this heightened place of security. You're seeing too many things around you that make you extremely uncomfortable, that you know is not fair. Going beyond the normal. You're having that aha light bulb kind of moment about something. And it's like, I feel like the pieces are coming together. Like, you're starting to take whatever information, again, from the beginning, that you've learned or come into knowledge of, and you're starting to piece it all together. There's something about a particular situation, Aries, that you have dealt with for some time, that all of a sudden it's like, now I see it. Now I understand it. I know things I cannot speak of at this moment, but it's coming. It is stepping up and it is stepping out. The perfection of your life, 30, which is a power number. You have been brought into this frequency on a soul level to make immense change that's going to resonate with the entire world. And as we move into Pluto with Aquarius, we're fully now into Aries and Libra, North and South Node. This is going to be, you are going to be met with challenges. There's no way around this. But what you see it to be is the truth. What you're fully aware of as to what is being illuminated and how things are being chased down, and how the casting of judgment has locked so many people up around you. And I feel like, Aries, and I've got the chills, you're stepping into a place of power to create unity for the world around you. So it's like, it's a crazy, crazy wild energy, but it's super cool because, like, I feel like you're showing the world who you are. You're showing them your truth, your honesty, your dependability, your stature, your character. Like, it's a massive up leveling as we move through November. Like, you may be making big decisions as to what you're going to do next year already. Like, there is no wait until December 31st and January 1st rolls around and it's, you know, new year, new me. This is, if I'm going to do this next year, I have to start putting this work in now. I have to jump on this. I need to take what I have learned and what I'm gaining and time it right. I need to be in a frequency with divine timing, the universe, my guide, spirit, whatever, so that I can emit this change. Because it's like a golden opportunity. It's a golden, like, deal or whatever this is that you're working towards. It's an aha, epiphany, golden opportunity, once in a lifetime. It's go now or forever hold your peace. You're ready. You're ready. And I like the fact that what you're going to do is going to make a massive ripple effect on everything around you. Don't be afraid. Do not live in fear of what it's going to be like to be at the top and be successful. Even with this Devil card here, this is just like an opposing energy to your happiness. There's always going to be somebody who doesn't like what you do, especially if it triggers them. Their triggers are their problem. It's not yours. So go. Go. Make big, bold moves. Go. I like this for you. I like this a lot. All right, Aries, if you found this video resonated for you, the messages, your legacy of light. You're leaving behind a legacy in what you're doing. I love it. Like, I got the chills. I love this for you, Aries. But if you found this video resonated, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. personal readings. That information is found in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page. I'm wishing you guys a fantastic November. I will see you again soon. Take care of yourselves, and I'm sending you all my love. Bye.